Okay, the knot that we're going to tie today goes by a number of names. It can be called the sailor's knife lanyard, the marlinspike lanyard, the single strand diamond, the two strand diamond, or the bosun's whistle knot. Whatever name you call it by, that's what I'm going to show you today, how to tie it. The bosun's whistle knot. I call it the bosun's whistle knot. As you've heard before, it comes by a number of different names, and the only reason that I personally call it the bosun's whistle knot is simply for the fact is that when I was in the Navy, the uniform had a lanyard on it, and usually the bosun's mate had a whistle on the end of that lanyard. Right, what I've got here is I've got my piece of cord, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out and middle it. And then what I'll do is I will pass it round the back of my hand like so. As you can see, my little finger there is holding the cord, locking it into place. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cord that's been held in place by my little finger there and form a loop in it. So what I do is I form a loop in my cord like so. So as you can see now, this strand is going underneath that piece there, round there, and then going back to where it's held in place by my little finger. The next thing we want to do is we want to take this cord here and we pass it underneath this cord here. So look, what we do is pass it underneath like so, and it will look like that. The next thing that we want to do is we want to take the working end of this cord and we will take it over the top of that one, so over the top of this one here, pass it underneath this cord here, like so, and then pass it over the top of that cord there. And then we'll just gently pull it through, keep pulling through, like so, and then you will end up with that shape in your hand. Fairly straightforward so far. Actually, it's not too difficult not to learn this one. So we now have our two working ends coming out here, like so. One, and then just this one here, two. What we do now is we take the working end and we bring it round and take it underneath there, so that you can just see it in the middle there, and then pull it up through the middle. We take the other working end and we take it round the back of our original cord there, underneath, to the middle, and then pull it through like so. And there we have it. We've now got the makings of the knot. And all we do now is we can take our hand out of it and we gently pull up, and as you can see, as we pull up on this, it's gradually forming a nice diamond shape in the knot. Just keep pulling it, teasing it through, and then as you can see, we're getting a nice symmetrical knot. And what you do is you basically go round the whole of the knot, pulling it through like so, until you get it nice and tight, and then we end up with this nice knot here. And this is the single strand version. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do the double strand version. All we're doing is basically we're going to double up on the knots here. Right, so in the previous section I showed you how to do a single strand version of the bosun's whistle knot. This time I'm going to show you how to do a doubled version of it. So what we do is, once again, exactly the same as we did in the first part, is we take our cord and we centre it. Just bear with me as I centre this. Okay, centre it and then pass it round the back of the hand like so, so that your little finger at the bottom there is locking it into place. Once again, what we do is we take this rope here this strand here of rope, and we form a loop in it like so. So that it passes, the loop is passing over the top of our strand here. So as you can see, the loop, or sorry, the cord comes out from my finger here, locking it in place, comes round, loops underneath itself and comes out. What we do now is we take this one, this cord here, and we bring it underneath this cord here. So bring it underneath and pull it through. Then once we've pulled it through, we take the working end of that again and we pass it over this cord here, under this cord, over this cord. So here we go, over, then under, and then over. And there we have it. As you can see, we have our basic knot here. Now if you remember in the first video, I then took the working end and I took it underneath here at this point and brought it up through the middle, and on the other one I took it round there, underneath and up through the middle to make the single strand version. However, in the double strand version, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the original leads round. So, taking this top lead here, what we're going to do now is we're going to follow this lead coming up here. So we bring it up to the left hand side. This was the one that was being locked in by my little finger. And we bring it up and through like so. Don't pull it too tight. Like so. And we're going to carry on following this lead round until we come to this point here. So, next place it wants to go under there. So, take it alongside the other one, underneath, pull it through like so, and then it's still following it round. Follow it round like that, and it goes underneath that one there. So we'll pass that underneath, like so. Just gently tease it through, and then finally, as you can see, it now passes underneath two here. So we go down through like that, push it through, and then bring it out through that gap there, like so, and there we have it. Just gently pull it through, and as you can see now, I'll just neaten it all out again. It's now, just tidy it up a bit. So it started here, and it's followed this one round all the way round here, and it's come out alongside the other one. We then take the working end of our second lead, and we're going to follow this lead round here. So what we do is we bring it round the back here, pass it underneath those two there, pull it round, get it fairly tightish, that's it, and then following it round you have to go underneath those two there. So what I'll do is pass it down through that one, like so, and then bring it up alongside that one there. There we go. And then underneath that single lead, bring it round like so. So we're still following that lead round. Then we go underneath those two there. Like so. It gets a bit tougher the more we've got on there. And then as you can see here now, we're at the same position on each side. So our cords are going out there. And there's the bit that was around the back of my hand, like so. So we now have this shape here. The next thing we do is, these two ends here Now go round the one that went down the back of my hand there, and you just bring it up through the middle like so. So you're still following this one round, but you just then take it up through the middle like so. And we do exactly the same with this one. Follow that round, but take it round the back of this one here and bring it up through the middle here, and then we've now basically completed our knot here. And what we can do now is we just gently pull up tight on our knot, and you'll see that as you pull it, just gently pull it, just watch how you're pulling the cords through. That's it. Just gently pull them. Just go around each individual one and tighten up so that eventually you will pull them all through, and then keep pulling. You can see there's a loose one here. What we do is just follow this one round, pull it round like so, and gradually we tighten up on this knot till it's a nice tight knot. There we go, we've got another loose strand there. So what we do is we follow this round, just keep following round, and eventually whichever one you pull on, so long as you're going in this direction, you will eventually just pull down through the middle like so. And as you can see here, we're now getting a lovely knot starting to form here. Let's just tighten up on that one a little bit more. Oh, pulling the wrong one. There we go, keep pulling. Just take up all the slack on those ones. And then as you can see, the more you do that, the more you end up with a rather lovely fat knot on the end of your lanyard here. And so basically what you've done is you've probably made yourself a nice little keyring holder or something similar like that. Okay, you could have a double one here, and then further down here you could make a single bosun's whistle knot, and you've got yourself a nice decorative keyring holder. And that basically is the bosun's whistle knot. This is the double version, and the previous one was the single version. There we have it.